to lay the groundwork for the mass incarceration of black males and to make the black man economically irrelevant to the black woman. The 1970s was the decade of the mass incarceration of black males. This is the laying the groundwork. This is the evolution, right? Mass incarceration of black males because America didn't need us no more. Mass incarceration of black males and making the black man economically irrelevant to the black woman. In other words, we're going to make sure his woman does not fight by his side for economic justice. And that's one of the reasons they rolled the welfare programs in the black community. The welfare programs was not to help black women and their children. The welfare programs was to distract black women away from the fact that if you had your man, you wouldn't need welfare. And even now, the black woman is still being brainwashed, some of them, away from understanding that the black man's unemployment and incarceration is a government-created condition. It ain't because he's lazy. Some are, but not most. It ain't because he don't want to do better. Some don't, but most do. You understand me?
Yes.
This is the ghetto was created by the government. Mass incarceration was government. Miseducation is government. Gentrification is government. Economic justice is government. Police genocide is government. Here's what I say to black people who say black people are our own worst problem. If we are our own worst problem, name one institution we control. Give me one. Nothing. We don't control the economy. We don't control the prisons. We don't control the schools. So how can I be my own worst enemy when I control none of the systems that are crushing me daily?
Oh, God. Because, you know, when they took that out of schools, you know, you still have trade schools and all that. There was a diminish in the population of black men basically going, taking trades in schools to come out and be successful and raise a family. Now, to the guys out here that are listening to us right now that are kind of in a slump, they are misguided mentally. They have no drive. They are caught in a systematic world of the just hustling and all that type of stuff. What is your advice to them?
My advice wouldn't be for them as much it would be for the community. Because remember, it takes a village. And my problem with us as American Africans is we often segmentalize and fragmentalize populations of the black community as if we don't all contribute to their malady. So the question is not, what do black youth need to do different? The question is, what does the black community need to do differently so black youth can be empowered? You don't get these drive-by shootings without the black community ignoring the youth. You don't get 8 and 9-year-olds robbing old women for their car keys if they were being supervised and raised correctly. So the dysfunction of black youth is the dysfunction of the black community. But if you notice, when you hear these conversations, it's always about black mothers need to do better. Black fathers need to do better. Black youth need to change their behavior. The black community needs to reinvent itself as a community that cares about its people. We're the only community in America that does not have safeguards to protect its own. When is the last time you seen a homeless Mexican?
In LA.
When is the last time you seen a homeless European Jew?
In New York.
But not often. You see homeless black people all the time. You understand me? My point is most cultures have a safety net to protect their downtrodden. We don't have a safety net to protect our downtrodden. So what happens to the black downtrodden when they're hungry and homeless? They turn on black people. So in many ways, the violence that's gripping our community is our own collective community karma consciousness. We gave birth to this as much as white America did. The 8-year-old as killer, every black person's DNA is on that 8-year-old as killer's life. Because if black man was on their job, he could have never became a killer. Black men are abandoning the black community. We move out to the white suburb. I don't know of a black professional man who still lives in a hood he grew up in. I don't know one. Everyone I know moves to the suburb. You know a couple, but it's few and far in between. So if I'm a young 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old black boy, who's going to be my role model if I don't got none in my neighborhood? I'm going to go to the rappers. I'm going to go to the basketball players. And you know who's still in the hood? You know who's still in the hood? The gangbangers and the drug dealers. And that's why they the role models. Because all other black men have abandoned our boys.
Okay. Now,
white America is not going to save us, brother. We got to save ourselves.
How do we...
Economics and education. We have to start pooling our money together to provide economic opportunities for single mothers, black youth, and of course black men. White America ain't gonna hire us. Why you think they got the Afghanis in here? Why you think they got the Ukrainians in here? Why you think they got the Mexicans in here? Why they keep on bringing white Cubans in here? You know why? These are the replacements for the American Negro. Immigration is the extermination of the American African.
let me ask you this. So, Memphis, Tennessee, we have one HBCU, Lamont College. We have some PWIs, U of M, CVU, Rhodes, and you have other institutions where you can get an associate's degree. Now, I've always said we have in Memphis right now, especially with everything going on, we have more people going to jail than graduating school. So we had a shooting up the road in Nashville. Nashville is very progressive now. They're growing. It's flourishing. Why is it that when a metropolitan city like that with 3 HBCUs, Fisk, Meharry, Tennessee State University, where my dad went, they have PWIs, how is it that they're able to push out such a big, what's the word I want to use right now? I'll just say a large number of educated people to get in with the city to push it forward? What would it take for Memphis in our educational system that you think to help that progress like a Nashville or progress like an Atlanta that is a proud African-American city that had a hard time in the 60s but then came together? And look at it now. It's the Hollywood of the South. It's the Mecca, like Washington, D.C. We're talking about Howard University. What do you think is plaguing Memphis versus a lot of black cities that is growing and just doing well? What do you think? And you've been here before.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I would have to study it a lot closer, but I do want to say this. We got to be careful not to falsely credit the black community with gains that are being orchestrated by the white power structure in the name of gentrification. So when you look at Nashville, when you look at Washington, D.C., when you look at Philadelphia, these cities are being heavily gentrified. And so a lot of the benefits or the improvements over time are improvements that were orchestrated to cater to the needs of the white people who are returning to those cities.
Okay.
You see, Memphis has not yet been hit as hard with the gentrification wave as are some of the other cities in Tennessee. You understand?
Okay.
But it's coming because Memphis is one of the most concentratedly black cities in America. So it's being left alone until they come up with a strategy for how they're going to move y'all up out of here as well. Because there's a national movement to get all black people out of America's major city centers. They want us gone. They want to swap places with us, with the rural white folks. They want to bring them into the city and push us out there. And do you know why? Once we've traded places with the rural whites,
okay,
they can do whatever they want to do to black people out there because nobody's paying you no attention. See, anything done to black people in a major city is going to make the news. It's going to be seen. It can't be hid. You understand me? But if you do it out there, you can do it and almost nobody will even know that you did it. Replace and exterminate. That's what they're working on right now.
Whew. We got a lot of people here. They standing out here in the studio looking. Oh my God! Throw some more out there because I'm just enjoying this.
The other thing we got to talk about the war on black masculinity. Jonathan Majors,
okay,
our brother from Creed and Ant-Man. He got caught up with a snow bunny in a cab. She called the police, said he choked her out. We don't know if that's true or not. She later recanted the story, but the damage was already done. The U.S. Army canceled his ads for them. Disney is considering whether they're going to remove him from the new superhero movie that they're working on starring Jonathan Majors. He's a black superhero. And it's just a shame that Jonathan Majors, Michael Irvin is another one, you know, who had a situation. Did I just?
You good.
Okay, did I? My bad. Okay, my bad. Keep going, and so with Michael Irvin, with the snow bunny in the lobby at the hotel, there was no proof that he did anything inappropriate. You understand?
Okay.
But he was removed from Super Bowl coverage just because of the allegation. Jonathan Majors lost his endorsement with the military just because of the allegation. You understand? And the thing is, you never see these type of allegations being done against the LGBTQ. So are you saying that LGBTQ don't engage in sexual harassment? Of course they do. But why does it never make mainstream media? Why does we only see it when it's a black male? And that's because they're trying to perpetuate the narrative of toxic black masculinity to feed into this radical feminist movement that's trying to destroy the relevance of black men in American homes. We got to push back against it. I want Jonathan Majors to hold his head out of it. Tiger Woods is being sued right now by a Snow Bunny girlfriend. She won $30 million for Tiger Woods kicking her out the house. Now, his first wife took almost $1 billion from him. Yes. Now she won another 30. I don't know what it is about the white woman. I have no disrespect towards her, but I don't understand what it is about the white woman that these black men are willing to throw away their whole life just to be with one. I don't get it. Black queens forever, Snow Bunnies never.
It's hot in here, like Nelly.